Okay, on today's episode, we're talking about prepaid 4G plans. And on the right, we have T-Mobile. On the left, we have Straight Talk. And on the bottom, we have Simple Mobile. Now, what are the differences between these? Um, these plans are fantastic. I think they're the best ones. I would have included Metro PCS and all of them, but to be honest with you, these plans are the ones I'm recommending based on people who have international phones or unlocked phones. What is this? That means you have a GSM chip that you can just put in your telephone, swap it out, and change between T-Mobile, between AT&T, Simple Mobile, or Straight Talk. Okay, so if you like doing that kind of stuff, then these are the three plans you should look into. And I'm just going to give you a small review between them. On the other hand, Metro PCS and Virgin and all them, they don't use GSM, so they have a CDMA network, and you can't swap out the SIM. So you have to live with those phones, and when you have that phone, that means you can't change into any other plan. And that's one of the things I don't like. Even though there's great plans out there, because Virgin Mobile has a $35 plan with 4G, and you get 250 minutes. I mean, that's not a bad plan. And maybe I'll do another review on the CDMA phones. But for now, right now, we're talking about prepaid plans that can be swapped with GSM chips, okay, for unlocked phones. Okay, unlocked phones, you could buy them on Amazon, which is what I do. I buy the latest top of the line. And then once I see that there's a new Android, because Android changes like every 3 months, then I come and I just sell it back in Amazon, pay the difference, and get the new phone. And constantly I'm updating, and that's one of the cool things you could do when you're not on a contract, you're not married with that phone for 2 years. Okay, so it's not just about the money. We're talking, I mean, I probably spend more money on the phone because I'm changing constantly, but I'd rather have a prepaid plan. So here we go. On the right, we have, this is T-Mobile, and on the left, we have Straight Talk on the upper left. On the lower left, we have Simple Mobile. And here we're talking about, let's start with T-Mobile. T-Mobile's plans. Okay, they have a full unlimited everything for $70 a month. Don't think about it. But you are limited to 5G, 5 gigabytes of 4G speeds. And for $60, you only get 2 gigabytes of 4G speeds. And then for $50, you only get 100 megs, which is definitely not worth it because, you know, if you're using internet and you have a smartphone, don't get that plan. There's a $30 one also, which is the one I like and I've been using for a while because you get 5 gigabytes of 4G speed. Okay, I get with T-Mobile in the Long Island area between 6 to 8 megs. I heard in the city you get between 18 to 20 megs, so that's a really good thing in New York City because I'm in New York. And I don't know what your area is. If you guys know your speeds in your area, please post them in the comments because people want to know the differences. You know, and when I go to the store and I tell people what kind of speed will I get, they tell me I don't know. You try it out. So I don't want to buy a phone just to try it out and then maybe return it. Okay, so here's another thing. You have another $30 plan. Underneath it, that's for 1,500 minutes, which if you just have a crappy little phone and you just want to, like, unlimited talk, 1,500 minutes is a lot. It's pretty much unlimited, you know, at that point. And you still get 30 megs of web for any emergency, I guess, to check on Facebook. Maybe you have an emergency. Somebody said they posted something about you and you just want to check it out. There you go. That's your plan. Okay. Now, here on the top, we have Straight Talk. Straight Talk does not have 4G, so don't get confused. I know I said 4G prepaid, but the only reason why I'm saying it is because in my area, I get about 6 to 8 megs with AT&T, and this is the AT&T network that Straight Talk is using. Straight Talk, you could also use the T-Mobile network, and so I would get between the 6 to 8 megs anyways if I use the T-Mobile SIM. Now, you have to, depending on what device you use, you want to use the SIM that's right for your phone when you go to Straight Talk, that's the advantage. If you tell them you're on T-Mobile, they will send you a T-Mobile chip that has the T-Mobile bands, and that will work with any T-Mobile phone without unlocking it. Same goes for an AT&T. Without unlocking an AT&T phone, you could buy a AT&T phone that's not unlocked cheaper on Amazon and use it with a straight talk chip. Okay, so that's going to save you a little bit of money there and save you the money from unlocking. Okay, if you guys want to know how to unlock, please post in the comments. I will let you know, or maybe even do a video on it. Okay, and so here for $45 a month, you get everything. Here we're going to zoom in a little. You get unlimited web, unlimited minutes, unlimited talk, and 2 gigabytes. I heard is the limit on the 4G. I mean on the 3G internet speeds. Okay, you're not going to get 4G on either one. I don't know how it works with T-Mobile. Like when you use the T-Mobile chip, I don't know whether you're going to get the the 4G HSP plus. Please, if anybody knows about that, comment it also. We all want to learn. We all need to know the differences. But if you're getting 2G on the $45 plan with the T-Mobile, then it's definitely not worth it. Okay, now, so I would go for when I'm talking straight talk, I would go for the AT&T plan because it's a sure deal. I get 6 to 8 megs, and it works really well. Plus, the AT&T bands are the international bands, so every international phone will work on them. And whenever you leave the country, you could just go to any country and just buy a SIM, pop it in, do a prepaid, and you're set to go. You have cellular without having to go roaming. This is the best deal without having to roam. Okay, now, down here we're going to Straight Talk. Straight Talk is pretty much T-Mobile's network. So when you're buying this, you're buying T-Mobile. It's just another, same as Straight Talk, Simple Mobile. I'm sorry I'm saying Straight Talk. It's Simple Mobile. Is the same thing as T-Mobile. So Straight Talk is the same, but with AT&T or T-Mobile. Here, you could get unlimited talk, text, and web, and everything for $50. Now, here you're getting 4G speeds. So if you live in the city like New York City, I would say, man, you're getting 18 to 20 megs. Definitely go with this plan. But if you're getting 7 to 8 megs, that's pretty much almost like a really good 3G. So you might as well get this plan, which is for $45, you get $5 less, and you're getting like the better international bands that I was talking about. Also, because AT&T has a little bit better coverage. Okay, now also here you have a BlackBerry one, which I don't know why there's a special BlackBerry one, because I think you do the BB chat kind of thing. And I think that's the only reason why they like BlackBerry, because they can do BB chats and they don't spend any money on texting or even calling. So those are the 3 plans that I'm talking about. I highly recommend them. So here you would get this plan if you live like in a place where there's really good 4G for T-Mobile. Here, if you want to save money and just use SIP calling on the $30 plan, I think this is the best plan that T-Mobile has. Nobody has this, and it's very competitive. You get 100 minutes, you get unlimited text and web, and 5 gigabytes. I repeat, 5 gigabytes of internet. Why do you need 5 gigabytes of internet? Because here you could download apps, games, and a whole bunch of stuff. Mainly I wouldn't download apps. I would use definitely your Wi-Fi network for that, and I would only use it for streaming Netflix videos, YouTube, and using all your apps, pretty much, because most apps use a little bit of internet. But I wouldn't download too many apps here, especially like the big game ones, like the 1 gigabytes and stuff. Because you get one of those games and you have like maybe 5 games or 6 games you could download. So always watch out for that. Up here, the $70 plan. If you want to beat everyone out there, like all the people who are doing contract phones, this still beats any contract phone, and you get everything, and you get a good company. But like I said, this is the plan you would get if you want to do SIP calling. What's SIP calling? It's voice over IP. I use Skype. I pay $30 for the SIP So I could call any phone number through the internet. So I call any phone number. I'm using Skype, and I call a phone number, and I could call any phone number unlimited. And I'm using internet here. The internet that I use is not a lot, so don't worry about it. 5 gigabytes is more than enough. And you can make unlimited calls. And so those 100 minutes, I only use them for incoming calls, emergencies. And then so they call me incoming calls, and I tell them, look, I'll call you right back. And at the same time, I have a callback phone number, which you pay $10 more in Skype, so you could have your own phone number so they could actually call you back on the Skype number. That doesn't work too well, I want to let you know, because Skype tends to fall, like it closes on itself once you open other apps, and then that ends up being like people call you and they just go to your voicemail. It's really annoying. Actually, the 100 minutes is better to use if you're not a heavy user. Okay, so if you are a heavy user, then you got Straight Talk. You save those $5. But if you're a 4G person and you need to have those 4G speeds, and you're in an area where you get really good 4G, then Simple Mobile is the way to go. I thought that was the end of it, but it's really not. I'm back, and I just wanted to note some things, some changes that I wanted to talk to you about. I totally forgot to tell you about the Net 10 plan, okay? And the Net 10 plan, the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because a lot of people think it's a great plan because they say depending on where you stand, you could be on the Verizon network or the T-Mobile network or the At&t network. And that's totally partially true, but not true. If you want the Verizon network on the Net 10, you have to buy one of their phones, okay? And their phones suck. And if you want Sprint network or any CDMA network that's available, like Sprint or Verizon, you have to buy one of their phones. Now, if you want to be on the AT&T or T-Mobile network, then that's different. I could show you over here. This is exactly what I wanted to show you. See here, you have the options to go and choose the AT&T T-Mobile compatible SIM, so that you don't have to actually unlock the phone. It'll be compatible with an AT&T or T-Mobile. You do have to change the APNs, and if you want, I can do a video on that. Just post a comment, and I will show you how to do that on either iOS or Android. And the same way this works, where you can choose AT&T or T-Mobile, is the same way Straight Talk works. Now, as far as the plans, it's $45 for unlimited text and talk, and supposedly web, but you only get 2 gigs, okay? So that's the same thing you get with Straight Talk. So you're talking same exact deal. Straight Talk and Net 10 are the same deal. If any of you have a better experience with one or the other, please post on the comments. This is H2O. What I want to let you know about H2O is some people think it's a great plan. I think it sucks, and that's why I just wanted to put it out there. I mean, $60, and you only get 2 gigs? You should get at least 5 gigs for $60. H2O works on AT&T network. You don't have to unlock it. You just have to have an AT&T phone and pop in their H2O SIM. But it's too expensive to me. Look at this. For $50, you only get 500 megs? What is that? These people are smoking crack. Okay, so this finalizes the show. Thank you. Please subscribe and like. I'll see you guys later.